Let's interpret the phrase, add the square of 2/3 to 7 3/4, and then use order of operations to simplify our result. So interpreting the phrase, add the square of, the word add means that we're sooner or later going to be adding. So we have two items that we're going to be adding. Next we have the square of. Well, the square of means squaring something. And indeed we have square of 2/3, so we will square 2/3. Since we're adding this to 7 3/4, we see now that we should add 7 3/4 at the end. Add the square of 2/3 to 7 3/4 interprets to 2/3 squared plus 7 3/4. Our next goal is to use order of operations to simplify this result. Well, going from top to bottom in our PEMDAS list, we realize, going left to right, that we should perform exponents before we add. So we're about to square 2/3 out, and then afterwards add 7 3/4 to that. So 2/3 squared means 2/3 multiplied by 2/3 added to 7 3/4. In multiplying fractions, we'll multiply numerators and denominators. So 2 times 2 becomes 4, and 3 times 3 becomes 9, plus 7 3/4. Now for us to add these two fractions together next, we should probably convert 7 3/4 from a mixed number to an improper fraction. To do that, we'll multiply 4 times 7, and then add 3. And then write that over the denominator of 4. So this becomes 4 times 7 plus 3 over 4. And our first fraction never changed, 4/9 plus. Simplifying our upper right numerator, 4 times 7 becomes 28, plus 3 more would become 31/4, is the fraction that we're going to add to 4/9. Now the next stage, we'd like to add these two fractions together. However, we can only add them if they have common denominators. A common denominator is the smallest number that both of these denominators divide into. The smallest number that 9 and 4 both divide into would be 36. So, we'd like to convert both of these fractions to another fraction where the denominator is 36. To do that, we'll multiply the first fraction top and bottom by the same number to make the bottom into 36. Well, what multiplied by 9 to become 36 would need to be 4. So we'll also multiply the numerator by 4. 4 times 9 is 36, and 4 times 4 is 16. Similarly, on the other half, what number multiplied by 4 gives us 36 would have to be 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Well, multiplying the bottom by 9, we'll multiply the top by 9. So 9 times 31 becomes 279. Now that we have two fractions with the same denominator, we can add the numerators. So this becomes 16 plus 279 all over 36. Well, 16 plus 279 is 295 all over 36. Our final answer, if they asked for it in an improper fraction, would be the fraction 295/36. However, since the problem did start off as a mixed number, maybe we should write our answer as a mixed number. To do that, we'll divide 36 into 295. So 36 divides into 295 8 whole times. 8 times 36 is 288. And if we subtract 288 from 295, we're left with 7. So we would have 8 and 7/36 as a mixed number, as our final answer.